Hi, it's Lauren, and before I actually get into the video, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I am sharing some information that is very specific to my city and to my state, and I am not a lawyer, so the example that I'm providing, do not mistake it as legal advice for something that you should do on your own. But with that said, I did misspeak about establishing an LLC or an S corporation or a C corporation, and that it would be free to do that within your state. And it's not free. There is a filing fee associated to that. But with that said, if you want to get a federal EIN number as a U.S. citizen, then that is free. Go to irs.gov. If you are trying to get your reseller's permit through your state or your county, depends on different legislation here in the state, that is free. If you are trying to get your business license through the various cities that you would operate in, that is free. To get a fictitious business name, you do need to file that, and that is a cost, and then you're going to probably have to run an ad for the fictitious business name, and that's an additional cost. So I just wanted to clarify that, because in the video that you're about to watch, I kind of mixed things up verbally and made it all seem like everything was free. But with that said, the things that you do have to pay for are nominal, right? They're not very expensive. Even creating a corporation is not very expensive. I still say for an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, for a corporation, I would hire a lawyer to assist me in that process, because you're doing that beyond just because of the assets of the business. You're doing that also probably to protect your personal assets as well as the business assets, or for a partnership. There's other reasons why you're creating a corporation other than just I started a business. So go get lawyer advice regarding that. But again, to get an EIN number, go to irs.gov. Your fictitious business name through your county or parish or through your city. But to get a city business license is free. To get your sales tax permit or your reseller's permit through your county or city or state, that is free. It all depends on different states and different cities. I can speak very specifically to California and very specifically to Los Angeles, and I'm willing to help those who need help in other cities and states, but I just wanted to provide that clarification before you watch the video. So now on to the video. This is my last video from the hike, and I wanted to quickly just share this with you, and then that's it. I can share no more about the hike, but the hike clearly had a positive impact on me today. And so I'm Lauren. I'm an entrepreneur that educates people to realize their business mojo. And so recently I started hosting just quick 30-minute calls with anyone in my database, just to kind of check out what's going on with them, what do they need, what can I do to help them. And so I helped out a client yesterday. She initially thought, or she was quoted a price of $200 or $197 to do something that is free. I want to say that what she needed to do is on the internet. It is through a government agency, and to complete the process and get the thing that she needed is free. It took her less than 10 minutes to complete the whole process. But I want to overemphasize that what she needed to do for her business was on the internet, on the government agency's website, and after she completed the form online, she got what she wanted. Now that applies for your city stuff, that applies for your county or parish stuff, that also applies for your township stuff, that also applies for your state stuff, and it also applies for your federal government stuff. A lot of things you can do for your business, you can do online, and it'll take a simple form or a quick little chat session or an email. Now, the person who's charging $197 to complete that particular process, truthfully, shame on you. But also, I'm thinking to myself, well, I mean, that's a hustle, and maybe I should be doing that hustle. And the answer is no, I'm not going to do that hustle, because I just think it's unfortunate that you would do that to people. There's so much There's other things that you could do to provide value and to be able to charge people for, and that's not it. That particular service is not it. But why is all of this important? Why is all of this important? So again, I'm on the hike, and I'm on the hike with my friend who has the PR experience, and she asked me about proof of concept. Like, how do you know what you do is good? And I was like, what do you mean, how do I know what is good? Like, and she was looking for me to say something like, oh, you know, when people are done with my courses and my workshops, that they have started their business. And that's not an indicator of success for me. The indicator of success for me is that when people are done interacting with me, they're very clear about what they want to do. And then once they're clear about what they really want to do, then the next level of proof of concept and the next level of achievement and the next level of service that I can provide is helping you create that thing. But the most important thing is getting clarity on what you can do, and knowing that there are a lot of options that are out there that you may have to investigate, you may have to research, you may have to, look deeper into than maybe even what you knew about, or if they were unknown, just being exposed to it. If you knew a little bit about it, digging deeper to get tangible information so you can make a better decision about what kind of entrepreneur and small business you want. And that's really important to me. That's way more important to me than helping a client really get like their financials in order, or helping a client understand, how to establish their marketing program or their marketing activities. That is important. But I have been there, you have been there, and I know you know somebody else who's been there, where they've made an investment either in a business or a coach or a service or a program, and then when it's done, it was 100% not what they needed, or it's not what they expected, or they realize, I don't want to really do all that it takes to achieve that. I don't really want to learn a new thing, or I don't really want to do that. I was kind of thinking it was more like this, and not so much they were sold to, because a lot of coaches and programs are not, snake oiling you, right? They're not trying to just sell you anything. They're really trying to provide you value. But there was something about the communication between you and that person that was amiss. And then you made the investment, and then you left with this thing, and you're really, really, really frustrated. So I'll give you an example from my personal life and then loop it back to this client. I bought a franchise, and basically when it was all said and done, I know that I talked to them in ad nauseum about the expectations, how to pull on staff. I went deep with these people. And in the end, I bought a job, and I bought a laborious job, right? The business was physically demanding, and I was angry. I was angry at myself. I was angry at the company, the franchisor. I was just angry because I didn't want a job. And if I did want a job with my experience and my degrees and everything else, I wouldn't have picked that job. I would have picked something physically less demanding. So the idea that now I'm in this franchise, I've invested this money, what am I going to do? Now, in my head, immediately, because that's just how I work, I was thinking like, this type of business is great for a person who is looking for an opportunity, who doesn't really want to have a job either, but they're okay being the owner-operator. I'm not okay with being the owner-operator in a physically demanding business, right? But now I have that experience behind me. So I know like firsthand what it feels like to be sold to, or feels like to have your expectations not met. So when my PR friend is like, well, how do you have proof of concept? And I'm like, girl, the stuff that's up here is amazing. The value that I give to people is top notch. I know what I do, and I know what I do well. The other things, I know that I can't do it, or I'll help you find it, or at least I'll give you more to consider when you're looking for it. But I'm not a tactician. I'm not here to help you get your proposals together. I'm not here to help you with the specifics of your marketing program. I'm not here for, to help you create your cash flow. No, I can do those things one time with you so you can understand the importance of them and how they fit into your business or your side hustle or your little thing that you got on the side, whatever you want to call your money-making activity. I can help you understand how a lot of these tools and tactics and strategies and structures and must-haves fit into your endeavor, and why some are important to do now and some are important to do later. But I can 100%, that's what I'm good at. That's what I can do. So looping it back to the client, proof of concept. The client was under the impression that they needed to have certain documentation to be able to vend, to be able to run their business. And that is true if you're going to be a corporation. That's true if you're going to be an LLC. But if you're operating your business initially as a sole proprietor, which I highly encourage unless it's for other reasons, but you have an idea, you're trying to test it, maybe you'll make a couple of sales within the first month. Sole proprietor is the fastest way for you to get busy about the business. And so once she got clear about, this is how this fits into the bigger picture, then she went and got complete the necessary forms with the government agencies. So then she could be a business. And then she could take that business and then open up a business bank account. So that now she can actually have the business separate from the personal. The name of the business, that's a fictitious business name. Registering with your city is your business license. Registering with your county is where you do your reseller's permit, right? Sales tax for those, I'm using US language, sales tax. And then getting your EIN number, that's federal government, which is basically an alternate social security number for yourself. Like, those things can all be done free. So if a person tells you that they need to charge you for that, no. Even creating an LLC or a corporation can be done free. I would suggest get a lawyer for those things. But to get started out the gate, the fictitious business name, you do need to pay for that, and you need to run an ad. But my point is, you don't need to pay somebody $200 to help you get your resellers permit from the state. You can just go online and do that. And if someone is not willing to help you just kind of get that done, then what kind of service are they really providing? What are they really doing to help you? So this client yesterday, I helped her out. Sent her the links and was like, here you go, love. Knock it out. It's not that hard. And that was all from the little session that we had, the little 30-minute conversation about where her business, the current status of her business, and where she was going to go forward with her business. And so she says, as something back to me, which was, my session with Lauren was great. She took a very scary part of starting my business and gave me the confidence that I could, all caps, do this and be successful. Thanks again for your help. Now, I'm a big person of, like, that's the point of it. Like, the giving people value. That is the point. And helping them be clear about what they can do next. She was thinking it's going to take her weeks. And I'm like, no, this should take minutes. And now she can get back to the core of her business. And that's my proof of concept. And I wanted to share that with you because maybe I am a coach. Maybe I'm a consultant. Maybe I'm a course creator. Maybe I am just a person who, shares opinions a lot. Whatever, the title is secondary. What I do and the value that I give, that's premier, that's prominent, that's forward. That is the first thing and the only thing that matters to me the most. All right, so with that said, this is the last of the little post-hike epiphanies for today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to book a quick little session, definitely hit me in the comments below. I'll also put the link for booking in a quick little session with me. But I'm Lauren Wellington, and I am an entrepreneur. I'm right there with you. But I educate people to realize their business mojo. All right, until next time, bye.